All right, Kenman here. We are gonna do it today. I love my Microjet. I actually have two. This is the Ultem version. We're customizing it. Didn't we already take this apart a couple times, Kenman? Yes, we did. Look at the action on this. Boom, just fantastic knife. KC from the Knives Fast channel, the Tempest Knives Microjet. Really, really great knife. Probably not available, but if you do see one available and you're interested, get it. Jump on it. Awesome knife. We are going to cut to the chase here. I am doing something to the blade. So I am going to literally go like that. And we're out. I can take this apart later, clean it up when we put it back together, but right now I am on my way to work. I am bringing this blade with me, and we are going to change the way it looks. Away we go. We are in the blasting room. I am going to set up on this machine here, and we're going to do some work. So we blasted that blade, size 10 bead blast. It's actually kind of got a more gray, less silver kind of color, matte. I actually kind of like it. I think the contrast is going to be good. We'll go ahead and do a little test. You can see it in there. What do we think? I realized it was the end of the day at work and they had turned off the air compressor, so the blaster I was using still had air, but it was starting to get lower, so it wasn't pushing as hard. But I think that this is a great looking finish. More interesting to me than like a shiny like silver. So we're going to go with this. We're going to put her back together. Let's see how it looks. What do you think? Comment below. So I was really light on this, so I'm going to go ahead and just loosen these up a little, and then I'm going to take the one side off and get this back together. Hopefully should go smooth. Let's find out. Okay. Which side does the captive pivot go on? It goes on this one. There's a little divot. Okay, perfect. I actually did that right the first try. Just had to double check, but if you look here, there's a little notch section on that pivot, and that only can go on one side to give it that captive. There it is. So now it doesn't spin. Perfect. Let's get the bearings on there. And the blade. Ooh, yeah, I think this is going to look good. Yeah, so I wasn't getting as much pressure on the blaster, and I was like, what is the problem? And then I realized it was like, oh, end of day. No, that fell off. They turn off the compressor for the weekend, but there's still a lot of lines. There's like 5 machines, so they turn it off. It's still gonna actually have some pressure in the line. Does that look good? Yep. Which it did. And so it worked, but it wasn't, I think it blasted a little light. I wasn't getting the normal pressure because it was starting to bleed out, which ended up giving me, I don't know if that affected it or not, but I'm pretty happy with the result, to be honest. It's kind of a little more gunmetal gray versus a shiny silver. And if it's really blasting, it could potentially just remove everything and then end up with just a shiny finish. So I actually think I'm going to enjoy this finish more. So happy accident. This is Ultem, so I have been told, I haven't had any issues personally, but I've been told people have over tightened Ultem and cracked it. So I am not going to go crazy on the torque. I'm going to make sure it's tight on both sides for sure, but rather than getting really crazy with tightening it down, I'd rather just readjust it later if need be, if it starts to loosen up a little bit. Okay, so we are there. I want to get it open and make sure it's solid when it's open. A little tighter. There it is. Little mini custom here. So look at the side. You can see the blade. You can see the skeletonized liner. You can kind of see that line right there pops now rather than being black on silver. You're getting that silver contrast, which is what I kind of wanted to get. Plus, I just like to try things out, see what it looks like. I like that. That contrast is cool. Still got the black and the silver. Ended up with a silver flipper tab on that back section there. But what does everyone think? Here we go. Let me wipe this off real quick. Give it a nice finish. I didn't tumble it or anything. That's something we could do if we wanted to give it kind of a tumble finish, little stonewash finish. Actually, quite like that. Fairly smooth bead blast. Definitely unique. It still has the logo. It still says 154 cm there. And you can still see the Tempest logo on that side, which is another reason I kind of like that it didn't completely blast it all the way. This action on this is just a great knife. The Tempest Microjet is a winner. If you ever have a chance to pick one up, probably would only be secondhand, but I recommend it. Really cool knife. Casey over at the Knives Fast and Tempest, he designed some really cool stuff. This is fun. Nice little customization. Simple one today. We got to use the blaster, test it out. I love Ultem. I like a contrast on my Ultem with that black liner. Very cool stuff. I'm happy. Tell me what you think. Comment below. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.